Hey everybody, it's Charlie. I've got a lot of requests to do a video for Marvel's What If, so this is going to be my breakdown of the Comic-Con footage that they showed off in Hall H and explainer for the series in Episode 1, because most of the footage that they showed off was from the first episode. We're doing the Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man Far From Home Blu-ray giveaways. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave your favorite What If story on the video. It can be any What If story. What if Spider-Man wore the Infinity Gauntlet? What if Wolverine fought Thanos? Anything that you want to see them do on this series during multiple seasons. Because one of the good things about them doing this animated is that it's way easier for them to do crazy stuff and for them to do multiple seasons because they can just cycle in new actors from the MCU for new episodes every single season. Marvel and their lawyers didn't allow us to record the footage inside Hall H. They were super banning everyone, so I'll try to break this down the best I can. Jeffrey Wright explained a little bit about what the Watcher is going to be doing during the series. If you didn't see that news during Comic-Con, Jeffrey Wright will be the voice of the Watcher. You've probably seen him on Westworld or a bunch of other series. He's an amazing actor. He has this great voice, so it'll be really cool. He talked a little bit during the panel about what the Watcher is going to be doing when he arrives in the series for the first time, but he's been there this whole time. That's kind of the joke, is that he's been watching, but every once in a while he will intervene when he's not supposed to, because technically they're just supposed to watch. The footage that they showed off of the first episode was the events of the original Captain America movie, Captain America First Avenger. They were getting ready to give the super soldier serum to someone, but because this is What If, it's all about alternate events. What would have happened if things had gone down very differently? So it's what if Peggy Carter had gotten the super soldier serum, and what if Steve Rogers had worn an Iron Man suit designed by Howard Stark? And because obviously this is during the 1940s, it would have looked something more like the Iron Man Mark I, very old-timey. The footage basically plays out like the scene where Captain America is in the device. Peggy Carter comes out and she's super beefed up. Then they also teased Marvel Zombies. But they zoomed in on the logo so that you could actually see it, and when you look at that really carefully, you can actually see the Marvel Zombies from the comics embedded in the actual logo for the series, meaning you could put some good money on them doing Marvel Zombies during one of these stories. So it's going to be 6 to 8 episodes. Right now, we only know about what 5 of them are going to be. The Russos actually pitched their Wolverine What If Avengers Endgame story. I'll play that clip in a second because it's actually pretty badass. There hasn't been a What If series in the Marvel Universe before. They haven't even done this as an animated show before, but they did do a What If episode on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. during Season 4. It's What If Agents of Hydra. They all wake up inside this simulation where the world is completely different and they're all agents as part of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was never toppled during Winter Soldier. Hydra continued along their plans. They were successful in taking over S.H.I.E.L.D. completely and then overtly taking over the world and turning it into this big police state.
We got word there may be an attempt to steal it.
Sorry, Cap. I can't give you the subject.
I'm gonna have to call the director.
That's okay. Trust me. Hail Hydra.
They only showed us about 25 of the MCU actors that are going to be reprising their roles during the episodes. There'll be more than that, but they were trying to keep a couple secrets, like the Marvel Zombies thing is supposed to be a bit of a secret. So just going down the list, 6, there's going to be a Black Panther episode with Killmonger coming back in Black Panther. What if Killmonger had been successful, stayed king of Wakanda, and sent vibranium weapons all over the world? So it's basically the story of Wakanda slowly taking over the world. 5, there's the Captain America episode that I already explained. Peggy Carter getting the super soldier serum, Captain America getting an Iron Man suit. They have young Howard Stark, Arnim Zola, Dr. Erskine, the Howling Commandos coming back, the Winter Soldiers coming back for that, but he's probably coming back as Bucky because it's all about the origin of Captain America, but it's Peggy Carter instead of being Steve Rogers. 4, there's a Thanos Guardians of the Galaxy episode. They have Thanos coming back, Nebula, Kraglin, Korath, Yondu, and Taserface, which I think is interesting because he wasn't really big during the first Guardians film, but that's where we got all that Thanos material. This sounds like it's going to explore what happens if Thanos was successful in getting the Infinity Stones earlier, whereas the Guardians were able to steal the Power Stone from him. But that's only a small part of the cast. It'll just be Thanos during that period trying to collect the Infinity Stones using Nebula and Gamora. 3, there's a Thor episode with Thor, Loki, Korg, the Grandmaster, the Hulk, and Jane Foster coming back. They didn't say which period this was going to take place during, but because Korg is there and the Grandmaster, I'm assuming this has something to do with Jane Foster getting stuck on Sakaar, and it's sort of leading up into the plot of Thor 4, because even though these are animated, all the TV shows will influence what happens in the movies. So even though the concept might sound weird, these technically alternate reality, alternate timeline what-if episodes will also influence what happens in the movies, but I think it's mostly to prepare you for some of the story twists that are coming in upcoming movies, like the WandaVision show getting into the idea of the multiverse so that when they go full multiverse during Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, it doesn't seem so weird. 2, there's an Ant-Man and the Wasp episode with Ant-Man, Hank Pym, the X-Con team coming back. I'm also assuming Hope Van Dyne Wasp will come back too. It's either going to be what if Yellow Jacket was successful in syndicating the Yellow Jackets all over the world and selling them to all those terrorist organizations, or them getting stuck in the quantum realm, which seems a little more exciting just because the quantum realm is such a big question mark. Then number 1, I think the biggest episode we're all looking forward to is an Avengers Marvel Zombies story. They haven't said who's going to star in that, but they'll be very Avengers-centric, like Hawkeye is coming back for some of these series, so there'll be a lot of other actors they'll announce when they start getting ready to produce the episodes. While the Russos were actually talking about some of this stuff, they did talk about a what-if scenario with Wolverine during Avengers Endgame, so this is the clip of them talking about that.
Or there might be some compelling narrative reason that someone saves
Taking down Thanos is a very specific goal. That's a great point.
Well, let's start out with, they're not quite in the same universe, but here are the X-Men. Some of them. There's actually like 70 of them. But
who would we take out and who would we leave? This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something very controversial here.
Oh, no.
no.
Yeah. Watch this.
I'm not ready for this.
Oh, no.
What? It's a bold choice, but we like making bold choices.
Right. Listen, it's not like you take a group and then like randomly that group loses half of its members.
Right.
Like Hawkeye's entire family disappeared.
Yeah.
So any given group, you could lose almost everyone in that group. And that's what happens.
Or
to the
almost
X-Men.
no one.
Or almost none of them.
The only one who's left.
Holy
Kill all of them.
It's the only one who's left. It's Logan.
You would snap away all the X-Men except for Wolverine.
That's right.
Even Gambit?
That's right.
Gambit rules.
Hey, there's a lot of people that rule that get snapped away.
I'd love
I don't
to
wanna
see
give you the rest of these cards.
fiercely motivated Wolverine going up against Thanos.
This is
That's a
great.
good
That would
story.
be a pretty cool movie.
If you've been following the news, the Russos actually did say separately that they would come back to Marvel to do a Wolverine movie, but they've also said the same thing about Secret Wars, so now we got 2 big movies on the list that they'll come back for, but it's probably going to be a couple years before they get to something like that. So just daydream about what a Russo brothers Wolverine X-Men movie looks like. They did say that not all these series are going to get second seasons. It's just that What If is a little bit easier for them to produce because you can rotate the cast of every single episode every single time. Like each of the episodes will be a different event in a different part of the timeline in the MCU. The other really cool detail that this confirms about the Hulk that I suspected is that they can do the Hulk on TV. There's no big rights issue with Universal. If you've been following the saga of Hulk films, the reason why Marvel has not been able to release a Hulk film since The Incredible Hulk is because they don't have a deal with Universal anymore. Universal has the rights to distribute Hulk films. That's why they distributed The Incredible Hulk film way back during Phase 1. Theoretically, Disney and Marvel Studios could make a Hulk solo film, but they don't have the rights to distribute it. They would have to go to Universal for that, and if Universal didn't agree to it, then the film would just sit on a shelf collecting dust. So Disney isn't going to spend $150 million on a film that it can't release itself. So that's why there is no Hulk film coming. Mark Ruffalo has been really down on it. There's this funny clip of Don Cheadle just giving him a whole bunch of shit about it.
I want to just make one thing perfectly clear today. A standalone Hulk movie will never happen.
Tell me why.
Because Universal has the rights to the standalone Hulk movie, and for some reason, they don't know how to play well with Marvel. And they don't want to make money.
And with you as the new Hulk, it would be terrible. So that's really probably
that's
the reason.
probably
Because we know that these corporations would work it out if they thought they'd make enough money. So
I
it's
think
clearly about who's playing Hulk. Let's be honest.
I mean, I figure I got like 2 or 3 more years left before I'm too old to play the Hulk.
Oh, you're
and then
too old now. Let's be honest. You're kind of too old now.
as much of a bummer as that is, because they can do the Hulk on TV now confirmed because of this What If series, that means that they can pay off the Red Hulk deleted scene from Avengers Endgame. Even though the version of Red Hulk during that scene was very different from the comics, they could actually do an Incredible Hulk episode, What If General Ross became Red Hulk during the Incredible Hulk film instead of Bruce Banner. But all that what if is only the tip of the iceberg. Like, what if Doctor Strange had failed to stop Dormammu during the Doctor Strange movie? What if Peter Quill had not killed Ego the Living Planet? What if Quicksilver had not died during Avengers Age of Ultron? What if Iron Man had become Sorcerer Supreme? I hope they do that at some point. That was one of the more fun what if stories that they then brought back around during Marvel Legacy. The much older version of Tony Stark in the distant future eventually becomes Sorcerer Supreme. So everybody post your ideas for what if episodes inside the MCU, and you can use any characters you want. Deadpool, the Fantastic Four characters, the X-Men characters like Wolverine. Right now, the biggest rumor that I've been seeing floating around is that Black Panther will be the first film where we actually see some of those Fox Marvel characters showing up, but not necessarily the ones you would expect. Like, we're talking more about Namor, and he's kind of a brand new thing. I've already done a Black Panther 2 Namor Easter egg video because they had that really special scene during Avengers Endgame, so I'll link that at the end of this. I'll name a giveaway winner when I post new Marvel. I'm still working on that Eternals video. Everybody click here for that Black Panther 2 Namor Easter egg video, and click here for The Boys Season 2 teaser trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.